Hey everyone, welcome back to Wheel Rev, the home of all things two-wheeled. Today, we've got something seriously exciting to talk about. You've seen it in teasers, you've read the rumors, and now it's here at the 2026 Royal Enfield Indian Challenger. Yes, you heard that right. This is not just a name mashup, it's the result of a groundbreaking collaboration that blends legacy with modern engineering. Eastern tradition with Western brawn. So sit tight as we break down everything you need to know about this beast, from the engine performance to the design language, pricing, and whether this should be your next big cruiser. Now before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's clear something up. And no, this is not the Indian Challenger from Indian Motorcycle, and no, Royal Enfield hasn't bought Polaris, but in a bold move, Royal Enfield has introduced a new flagship cruiser for global markets under the name Indian Challenger. It's a tribute challenger to American dominance in the bagger cruiser space, all while keeping Enfield's identity intact. Let's talk about the heart of the machine first. The 2026 Indian Challenger is powered by a brand new 1350cc parallel twin engine, codenamed Thunderous XA, developed specifically for this model. And this thing is no slouch. It puts out a solid 100 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and a torque figure of 120 Nm, peaking at just 3,000 RPM. That means all the grunt is available right where you want it, down low and through the mid-range. Now what makes this engine special is the refinement. Royal Enfield has taken everything they've learned from the Super Meteor 650 and the Shotgun 650 and cranked it to 11. We're talking counterbalances for smoothness, a lightweight forged crankshaft, and liquid cooling for consistent performance on long rides. The 6-speed gearbox is buttery smooth, with a slipper clutch and quickshifter standard. And yes, finally, there's cruise control. Hallelujah. When you throw your leg over this thing, you'll notice the seat height is surprisingly manageable, about 27 inches, which makes it accessible even for shorter riders. The seat itself is a wide, plush touring saddle, and the riding triangle is pure cruiser comfort. You're sitting low, feet forward, bars wide, but it doesn't feel like a whale. The bike is heavy. Yes, about 285 kilos, but the low center of gravity makes it surprisingly nimble at low speeds and supremely stable at high speeds. Moving to the chassis, Royal Enfield has built an entirely new aluminum alloy frame for the Challenger. It's rigid but not harsh, and it works beautifully with the Showa suspension setup, a 43mm inverted forks up front and a monoshock at the rear with remote preload adjustment. That's right, no tools required if you're carrying a pillion or luggage. Speaking of luggage, the Challenger comes with hard panniers that offer 28 liters of space each, fully weather-sealed, and key-matched to the bike's ignition. Braking duties are handled by Brembo. Twin 320mm discs up front with radially mounted 4-piston calipers, and a single 300mm disc at the rear. Dual-channel ABS is standard, and cornering ABS is included thanks to the EMU-equipped Bosch electronics suite. That same suite also powers the traction control, ride modes. You get road, rain, and sport, and even lane-sensitive stability control. On the tech front, the bike is fully modern. You get a 7-inch full-color TFT dashboard with Bluetooth, navigation, music controls, and a tire pressure monitoring system. And this is where things get interesting. Royal Enfield has developed a voice-activated assistant that works via your smartphone, so you can issue commands like navigate to gas station or call home using your helmet mic. It's not just a gimmick, it works offline for basic tasks and is actually useful on long hauls. Alright, let's talk design, because honestly, this bike turns heads like no other Enfield before it. It's not trying to be retro. Instead, it leans heavily into muscle cruiser territory. Think big batwing fairing up front, LED DRLs that cut through the night, chunky fuel tank with deep scallops for your knees, and wide set bars that scream attitude. The rear is clean and tapered, with dual LED strip tail lights and hidden grab rails. And the paint schemes, oh man, there's a deep black called Thunder Obsidian, a maroon wine red called Crimson Dork, and even a dual-tone silver and navy that's just chef's kiss. Wheels are 19 inches up front and 17 at the rear, wrapped in specially developed Pirelli Night Dragon tires. You also get alloy wheels with a tubeless setup, which is a godsend for touring. Now, what about sound? One word: throaty. The stock exhaust note is deep, bass-heavy, and surprisingly loud for something Euro 5+ compliant. But for those who want more roar, Royal Enfield is also offering optional slip-ons developed with a Kripa V8 tire assist that not only sound better but also shave off about 5 kilos in weight. As for the ride itself, we had a chance to take this baby on a 300 kilometers test route through coastal highways, hilly switchbacks, and urban gravel. And let me tell you, it handles everything you throw at it. On highways, it's a couch on wheels, stable, planted, with effortless overtaking power in 6th gear. In the twisties, the cornering clearance is actually quite decent for a bagger, and thanks to the wide bars and tuned suspension, it doesn't wallow or feel like it's fighting you. In the city, the weight is noticeable, yes, but the throttle is smooth and the clutch is light enough for daily commutes. Fuel economy: Royal Enfield claims about 22 km/L under mixed conditions, which gives you a real-world tank range of over 350 kilometers thanks to the 16-liter fuel tank. Not bad for something this powerful and heavy. And now the big question: how much does it cost? The 2026 Royal Enfield Indian Challenger starts at a superscript 15.99 lakh in India, which is roughly $7,200. That's for the standard trim. The Tourer edition, which comes with a taller windscreen, backrest, and upgraded audio system, goes up to a superscript 16.79 lakh. Still, considering what's on offer, that's an insane value proposition, especially when compared to something like the Harley Street Glide or even the Indian Scout Rogue, which start way higher and don't always offer this level of tech out of the box. So, who is this bike for? If you've always loved the idea of owning a proper bagger or muscle cruiser but found Harley or Indian pricing out of reach, this bike is your answer. If you're a long-distance tourer who wants comfort without sacrificing style or performance, again, this is your answer. And if you're a Royal Enfield loyalist looking to upgrade to something truly premium without jumping brands, well, this is the crown jewel. It's also worth noting that Royal Enfield plans to offer a whole suite of customization options for the Challenger. You've got handlebars, foot peg positions, windscreen heights, luggage mounts, performance intakes, and the works. It's not just a motorcycle, it's a platform. Final thoughts: the 2026 Royal Enfield Indian Challenger is a bold move. It's a statement of intent from Royal Enfield that they're not just the kings of retro, but contenders in the heavyweight touring segment. It looks fantastic, rides even better, and offers features and performance that punch way above its price point. It's not just challenging the competition, it's redefining expectations. So, what do you think? Could this be your next big mile machine? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another deep dive from Wheel Rev. Ride safe, ride smart, and as always, keep the throttle pinned.